Welcome to A Pearl in Every Cowslip's Ear. This series was recorded here in our classroom with actual students. You just get to listen in. We're using curriculum from Christian Light Education, and this is Language Arts 7, Book 1. Our lesson is about nouns, but we're going to start with reviewing how to divide words into syllables when we come to the end of a line as you're writing. Any more computers do this for us when we're writing. You write a sentence, you come to the end of the line. The computer will divide the word, usually not actually divide the word. It will just move the word down to the next line if there's not enough space for the regular line. But in the old way of typing, and in a correct way of justifying things, justifying margins means to make the margins straight. In a correct way of justifying margins, you would sometimes divide words at the end of the line. And do you remember from other years how to do that? How to divide the words at the end of the line? Suppose you're writing, I am writing a story about, and there isn't enough room for about. Can I just put the A up there and go, about, I'm writing a story about dogs? No, you can't do that. You can't just go, about, hyphen, about. You can't divide a word that way if it comes at the end of the line. So there's a few rules to remember about dividing words at the end of the lines. And this is kind of review from way back a year ago. So it's not really in your heads very well, probably. But rule one is don't divide a one-syllable word. Obviously the word like cat. You can't divide it. Put C up at the one end and AT down to the next one. You can't divide a word like cat. Don't divide one-syllable words. Divide only between the syllables in the words. Don't divide a word to where you end up with just one letter left up here. Also, don't divide a word if you end up with only two letters down here. Suppose you end with the word walked. You just go walk, ed, down here and keep on going. That's not going to work. So don't end with just two letters down here. Divide a hyphenated word only where the hyphen is. Divide words with prefixes and suffixes between the root word and the suffix or the prefix. Don't divide it the other way around. Okay, and if you've got double consonants in a word, divide between the consonants. I am willing to divide the word willing like that. Okay, there's a few rules to remember. That's from way back when. That's why you don't remember, probably. But learn these rules. You know why? Because of CAT tests. Because achievement tests and things like that, they're going to have punctuation, and you're going to need to know, did they divide this word correctly? Is this okay? Is it not? You have to be ready for that. Okay, let's talk about the new lesson, the part that we have for the new lesson today. And it is nouns. A noun is a very common word. I'm glad it's one of the first things we talk about in this lesson. I think it's right to start English with talking about nouns. A noun is one of the 8 parts of speech. We've got nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and interjections as the 8 parts of speech. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or, and I erase, idea. Person, place, thing, or an idea. So these are some of the first words you learn, especially when you're learning, if you're learning a new language. You want to know, what's it called? What's it called? What's an eraser called? In English, it's an eraser. In Romanian, it's a guma? Guma, is it? What is it? Yeah, you can say. So we learn these words. What is the name for the thing? That's some of the first things that we're talking about. Now, a person, something like a man, a place, school, a thing, desk, an idea, joy, love, something like that. Now, these nouns also come in 2 forms. We have common nouns and we have proper nouns. Common nouns and proper nouns. A common noun names any common old thing. Desk. That's just a common noun. We've got many desks, and we've seen many desks. Animal, that's a common noun. A proper noun would name a specific thing. To since we started with thing. A specific thing like Titanic. There's only one Titanic in the world. Oh no, there was a second one that was made secretly and no one... No, there's one Titanic in the world. We don't think that there's any other ones. So therefore, that is a specific thing. For a person, a common person would be, a common noun for person would be man. Something like that. Man, woman. But a proper one would be Mr. Jonathan. Something very proper like that. We're talking about just one person. For a place, a common place could be school. It could be home, house, something like that. But a specific place would be Romania, Bucharest, a place like that. And for ideas, we hardly have any proper ideas. In fact, I don't know of any proper ideas. Most ideas are like love, joy, peace, happiness, things that we feel inside, loneliness. There aren't necessarily proper nouns for those. Okay. Remember to capitalize proper nouns. Proper nouns always need to be capitalized. Also, remember this, and we mentioned this a little bit earlier when you were working, but look for noun markers. When you're trying to find nouns, they give you that paragraph and you have to underline all the nouns in it. Look for noun markers. Noun markers are the articles a, and the. A, and the. If you see these words, you can pretty much guess that the next word or the next word is going to be a noun. So what was it? Year. Is that what the question was about? It says a year. Yes, year is a noun because a comes right before it. That helps us know, yeah, this is probably a noun. No questions about that. Okay, now I would like to read the spelling words and you repeat them to me. Okay? They're on page 3. Just so that we know how to say these words, we know exactly what they are. I'll say them and then you guys just all together repeat. Yield.
Yield.
Mileage.
Mileage.
Construction.
Construction.
Passenger.
Passenger.
Restricted.
Restricted.
Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Overpass.
Overpass.
Detour.
Detour.
Guardrail.
Guardrail.
Pavement.
Pavement.
Traveler.
Traveler.
Clearance.
Clearance.
Destination.
Destination.
Median.
Median.
Pedestrian.
Pedestrian.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Intersection.
Intersection.
Patrol.
Patrol.
Entrance.
Entrance.
Divided.
Divided.
Good. All right. Now you know how those words sound. You'll be prepared for the spelling test. Carry on with your work.